Bushra, Ayla, thank you so much for being on our show, for being on the other side with Fariha and Talat. There are, millions of young Asian women like you that are working outside of Pakistan. And that's why Fariha and I thought this would be such a great concept, specifically for the fact that we're recording this in March. March had International Women's Day, as you're aware. So this month is really all about women, right? And really our topic today, as you're aware, is really, successful Asian women working in the West, and we're going to talk a little bit about, the journey, about your challenges along the way. So let's start with the way we're going to do this. I'll ask a question and perhaps we can start with you, Bushra, and then Ayla, you can answer the same question once Bushra's done. So Bushra, let's start with you. So it would be great for the audience to know a little bit about your journey. If you can describe your journey for us, and really specifically, what was that point or maybe an incident in your early years or in your childhood that created this achievement orientation or this need to do something or to contribute to the society? So over to you, Bushra.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much for having me on your show. I am so excited to see where the conversation goes, to learn from you two, Ayla, and everything that will come out of this. My name is Bushra. I'm based out of Chicago, and really, I think my story is incomplete without sharing my dad's story first. My father came to the United States from Karachi, Pakistan, with $20 in his pocket and an abundance of dreams. And he worked every job from bussing tables to flipping burgers to delivering pizzas to driving a taxi to later owning his own clothing store on the west side of Chicago. And he came from extreme poverty in Karachi, Pakistan, and all of those issues that once faced my dad, poverty, hunger, educational inequality, became core tenets for me, for my leadership and for my service when I choose to get involved. And growing up, I wasn't really interested in politics. I was really more so interested in service work and how to give back to the community. So I volunteered at 5 different nonprofits, the 5 days of the week, for 5 different issues that I was really passionate about, some of which I already mentioned to all of you. And I realized that the best way to make long-term practical change is through public policy. So because of that, I became somewhat interested in politics and decided to take an AP Government and Politics class my senior year of high school. And in that class, I learned all things about government, about politics, about how it works. And through that, I decided to work for a US Senator at the time, Senator Mark Kirk. And through his campaign, someone saw leadership ability and potential in me that I definitely did not see in myself at the time. And they asked me to run for public office. And I was sort of taken aback. No one had ever asked me to do something like that before. They had, for every reservation that I had, they had a reason as to why I should do this. And I went ahead and ran, and I lost. And the person that I lost against actually got breakfast with me a week after the election and said, you have so much potential. You bring so much to the table. You cannot quit. You have to keep going. You cannot let all of this go to waste. You must run for office again. And I was like, sir, I just ran and lost against you. Like, I cannot run again, right? I was so torn and sad and upset, and but decided to give it another shot, and 6 months later ran again for the Board of Education this time, and got elected in April 2019, and then went down in the Chicago History Museum as the youngest Muslim elected official in the United States. So thank you. That's my short story.
Well done.
Amazing story, Bushra. Thank you so much for sharing that. And what I particularly loved was, you spoke about your father and started from there. And I think that's kind of what made you want to do so much more, right? Ayla, same question to you.
Sure. So thank you, Bushra, for sharing your inspirational story. I'm also personally very inspired by all that you've achieved at such a young age. So very honored to be featuring next to you. My story is, so I grew up in Karachi. I'm currently living in London. I work at an investment firm called Francisco Partners, and I've been working in finance for the last 8 years. So I grew up in a very, middle-class family. We had just enough, never too much, and we always had 3 rules at home. The first one was no excuses. So you need to take accountability for your actions, for the good grades, the bad grades you get. It cannot be blamed on a teacher or a bad day. There are just absolutely no excuses. The second was never to feel sorry for yourself. It's so easy to dwell in self-pity and look at other people around you and think about how, I don't have this and that's why I can't do that. But instead of doing that, just focus on what you can achieve with what you've been given and grow from there. And then the third was never being scared to take risks. And I'm very, very blessed to be in a home where my parents always prioritized our education and focusing on being the best version of ourselves, as opposed to trying to, chase things that were material. Because in Karachi, I went to a very prestigious school where who you were and the friends you had were a function of what your father did, what car you drove, what area you lived in. And I just didn't want to get caught up in that, because that was where I decided, or I wanted, that I want to be known for me, for what I add, what I bring to the table, as opposed to what my father does, which was a very common question in Pakistani households. So what motivated me to do well? Fast forward, I'm in 7th grade. I've started a new school, and I was bullied a lot. And that experience really, it was the early signs of being negatively motivated. So when someone told me I can't do it, I'm all over it. I was like, this is going to push me to go even forward. And then eventually, when the time came for college applications, my parents were very honest with me. They said, try your best, apply for colleges. If you get a great scholarship, you can go abroad. If not, you do the best you can in Pakistan. And there was never a secret around pretending or creating or trying to do something that was out of my means. So I knew if I needed to achieve, I had to be responsible for my own success. And that way, I applied to a bunch of colleges. I got rejected by many. I also then got into a few. And Smith gave me an amazing opportunity with a great, scholarship package that helped me and enabled me to be the first person in my family to study abroad. And that was made possible through the belief in my parents, but also the scholarship that I got. When I went to Smith, that's where I really found my wings to fly, because I knew calling home and saying this wasn't working was never an option, because I had done so much to get here. So then that's when my journey of finding my voice, learning how to stand on my own 2 feet and really fighting for what I believed in, which was really creating an impact and making a change. And I always knew that I was born to do something, to make an impact. I just needed to figure out how do I justify my place in the world. I'm still on my journey, I'm still getting there, but I hope through small nuggets, I'm able to create an impact as I work through it.
2 amazing stories. Thank you, Bushra. Thank you, Ayla. Thank you so much for sharing the stories with us.